Hey, let's talk about getting higher quality Zoom recordings. You can go to zoom.com and join, or I guess host a meeting with video on, and just by doing that, you can record a podcast, you can record a video, and then what you can do is invite someone to your Zoom room if you want to have a side-by-side Zoom recording. So let's fire that up, and I need to show you a couple of things to click to make sure that you get a good enough recording. So here we are signed into zoom.com. The free version allows you to do a 45-minute meeting, which is plenty to record a podcast. And what you do is you say meetings, then we can schedule a meeting. But what I really like is this personal room, because this is kind of like your permanent meeting address. And so when I have meetings with other people, when I use a service called Calendly, I just have this link, and then this link never changes, so it's kind of like a permanent place to meet. And we click on start, and we fire this up, and here we go, we're on screen, and it's just that simple, and it's already by default recording. I'm going to stop the recording here because I want to show you a couple of things. So the first thing is you go to view and you change this to gallery. So right now it's just me on the meeting, but if we had a second guest, a second participant in this meeting, then if this was set to speaker, then it would show all of you, and when your guest was talking, it would switch to that guest. And so if you don't like that, if you want side by side, view gallery, that's the first thing about this. And then if you want to record your podcast, you just go down here, you go more, record, and you can record to the cloud or record to this computer. And if you record to this computer, it will give you a slightly better quality recording. And so let me show you both. You click record to the cloud. Well, my cloud storage is full right now, but you record, and then when you go to find your recording later, you just log back in to zoom.com, and we go over to recordings and transcripts. And then here's where they store all of your recordings. And so right now my recordings are full and it's slightly worse recording. So what we do here is we go, record to this computer. And so now we're recording and now we're talking. And if we click on stop recording, I don't think, it won't save the file until the recording is fully done. But where does that end up? Well, that's a really good question. And so to figure that out, you don't have the answer on the Zoom website or on this. You go to your notification bar, and we go over here down below, and here's the Zoom app, which you installed when you fired up your first Zoom meeting. You right click and you say settings. Then we go to the recording tab, and here's where it saves your Zoom recordings. And I want to change this in a moment because I want to show you how to automatically take your slightly higher quality computer recordings and automatically sync them onto Google Drive. But before we do, there's an important checkbox to check. Go over here to video and make sure that HD is checked. For some reason, by default, it records a non-HD version and broadcasts a non-HD version of the Zoom recording. So make sure you click on HD, and that's all we need to check. But that will make a difference in your Zoom recordings. The next thing you want to do is Google Drive Desktop. I'm gonna go here, use Google Drive for Desktop. And there's a Windows and a Mac OS version. So you click that, you install that. And what that does is it installs an extra drive on your computer. Okay, so you go to, this is this PC in Windows, and in Mac it's called something similar. And here's our regular hard drive, but they also add this G drive, G for Google. We double click on it, we go to My Drive, and this is like your Google Drive. And so what I like to do is I'll go to Google Drive, and I will create a shared folder. So we'll go new folder, and we'll call this shared, let's see, shared Zoom recordings. And then what we can do here is once that appears, then we can right click, share, and then you can just put in someone's email address here and allow them to edit or view. And we'll just share that. And so now that person will get notified, or they'll see this folder in their Google Drive. And then we can right click again and share. And you can set this to be anyone with the link. So now anyone who has this special link here, if I open this in a new window, now anyone can see what videos are on here. Right now we don't have anything. But what you can do here are two things. First of all, we double click, we go into this empty folder, and we can say File Upload. And I'll just go and, let me just add a file and show you how this works. So we upload a file, and then when that's done, it will appear here in the shared Zoom recordings. And so what we're about to do here is we'll set our Zoom program to record files into that mapped Google Drive, so that way it ends up on here. So let me show you this. We'll go back to down below and go to Settings, then go to Recording, and then store my recording at. So let's change that, and we'll go to this PC, Google Drive, My Drive, and then we created this shared Zoom recordings folder. All right. And then that's all that we need to do. So we'll close that, and then we'll go again, and we will say record. So I guess sometimes it shows up as record or sometimes more. So just find wherever record is and click record to this computer. And here we go. We're recording a video tutorial, recording a Zoom. And when you're done, you click stop recording. And when you're really done, you click on end. So maybe you're ending the episode and then you're saying goodbye to your guest. And then you wait a few moments here for the Zoom file to finish recording. And then it will just take a moment. So we can left click on the Google Drive sync app down below. And we saw how, some stuff was running here. And if we refresh this again, check this out. Now it added a folder with this personal meeting room, and now we have the video and the audio, and it's just been automatically shared to this Google Drive for us. And all we have to do moving forward is click on the record button again, record to this computer, which will save to the mapped Google Drive folder. And then when the Zoom meeting is done, it will save that, and then because we are running this Google Drive desktop program, it will then send it to our Google Drive folder, and whoever we have it shared with can then access those files. So that's how it's done as far as doing the highest quality Zoom recording as you can. First of all, you go in the settings, you make sure to go to you go to video, and then make sure HD is checked. And then go to recording, and then change the location where you're storing the recording. And if you install the Google Drive for desktop, Mac, or Windows program, it will create a mapped folder that looks like a folder on your computer, but it's actually a shared folder on Google Drive. And then your Zoom recordings will just save right there, and they will go up into the cloud. And so if you're the kind of person that runs a podcast, likes a podcast, creates content, me and my team at dfypodcast.com want to run your podcast for you and post on all your social media channels, post on your website, post on YouTube, post on all your podcast platforms, do your SEO, show notes, music, editing, etc. dfypodcast.com. But Zoom is a great way to begin your podcast. And then I personally have ended up graduating to riverside.fm. But that's something for you to consider after you've recorded your first few podcasts. At first, if you like Zoom, for many purposes, it's very user-friendly. The only thing I don't like about Zoom is that the video quality could be better. But with those couple of steps I just showed you, number one, clicking on the HD checkbox, and then number two, setting your recording path to the mapped Google Drive folder and recording to the computer instead of the cloud. I think that will go a long way towards helping you get better quality recordings. Let me know how that works. Robert Plank, let's talk soon.